Okay, so it cut off because the opposite. Everything has to go wrong. The opposite of logos, God, is the devil, which is envy, hate. Uh, it's in the Bible, and ignorance. So yeah. Oh yeah. The little kid. Yeah. In somewhere near Colombia, picking up garbage. Yeah, she would uh, pick up all the plastic and sell it to the recycle, which would pay her, and then she would use that money to give free food to homeless addicts and the most vulnerable, basically the workers, the kids, and then she even started feeding the dogs, the homeless dogs. It's her sprout, through it's she says she's gonna take over the world, and the fastest way to do this is to do this with your kids. She has another one, the exact same. She teaches people how to eat, like everything, like basically my education, how I think. uh, but what's a little bit sad, what's really sad, is that she faces what I just told you, and the other girl too. They're attacking her too, like spiritually. So my my sister is uh, like all of them are attacked insanely by the envy, the ego, the ignorance, the hate, and spiritual war. Fair. But purity is untouchable. Like all of you girls, your purity is untouchable. You guys are more evolved, like Eckhart Tolle says, on the new earth, and I always felt that too. I have the heart of my mother and spirit of my mother. Like the Quran says, your heaven starts at your mother's feet, and even higher than that was my grandma's loyalty, apocalyptic level. Her body was apocalyptic level, and her love was untouched. Always loyal, always loyal. And the snake in the garden uh, of Eden was the demonic masculine. They just censor that. They don't tell us that. But it's what it is. Because you guys are smaller, we have the frequency strength to do what was done in the garden, make you think that that's your own desire. Um, and I would not allow my child uh, sister to be anywhere near any adult, because if they're not strong, they have this. They can totally convince a smaller girl to like the snake in the garden. The demonic masculine can make you believe that that's your own desire. And then girls that got severely the most, they not only believe it, but they go on doing the same thing. Like trauma teaches us. Anyways, what else? And her third sprout or copy is a singer, the greatest singer of all time, um, especially because of her age. Yeah, and that was her dream to become a singer. Yeah, just like her. But again, they're facing a lot of attacks. But that's the answer. That's the answer. There should not be any more doubt and more fear, any more lagging. You have to act now. That's the answer of Eckhart Tolle, Power of Now, and the Way of the Spirit Man. If you don't do it in the now, you will never do it. That's personal experience. How many years have you been alive? If you don't do it now, you're never gonna do it. It took me 2 years to do broccoli sprouts because of this, and I just give it to you guys, the answer, for free. But the same thing will happen to you if you guys don't do it now. It will take you years and years and years. All of this, you will be in hell. You will be in the opposite of the now, hell. Um, Someday I'll, which is Jim Rohn or Brian Tracy. Jim Rohn is my teacher's teacher, one of the greatest, like Elliot Hollis's mentor, Palchak. Uh, and fun fact about Joe Rogan and Palchak, and a lot of these enlightened people, their mothers were like yogis. They were like my mommy, um, super pure and super. In the Bhagavad, in the Hinduism, it says that that's what it takes to evolve, have a really spiritual family, grandparents, mothers, which has been shown to be true and real. But again, Hegel, important philosophy work. It says that if you go down one extreme, I don't know, read up on it. It's the simplest video by Overthink podcast, the philosophy channel. She basically says that through history we do this. We try to overcorrect for one mistake and end up in the other side, which is bad, worst. But yeah, that's what happens to my biggest heroes. It's insane. Thank you from Anna Kasparian to Joe Rogan. They all went to the other side. It's insane. Palchak too. Owen Cook too. Same. Good example I could give you is Jordan Peterson, which he was lined up with me. I call him like the godfather of Carl Jung, because while I was intensely in him, he did the same thing, and he was the answer. He was my plan for teachers to do it for free online, like he was at the beginning. But here it is. I love him so much because of his meekness, but he went the complete opposite. He was eating an all meat diet, But that's the example: non-judgment, non-criticize, like the Buddha and Jesus. It's because of the Hegel piece they were missing. And to be fair, I know that when you wrestle with pigs, you become a pig. So and I always called Anna's and Tseng's jobs impossible. That's like the first term. I just quit. I just completely tap out of everything, the news. But this second time around, because of experience, Plato said that if you ignore, I don't know, it's one of the best lessons. If you don't participate in politics, you're gonna be ruled by by idiots, So unplugging, it's not the answer. I learned this the hard way, and Plato, greatest teachers. Yes. So yeah, my sister, how to take over the world like that. Educating your children with these lessons and more lessons. Teaching them how to read is my superpower. The best education by far were books. By far, of course, not my grandparents. Humbleness. You will inherit the whole earth, which is what happened. I think they're here. Here's another huge lesson. I will always forget to give them back. My teachers, pay them with karma, with love. Julian Blank would share so much free information, like so much free that I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you're leaving so much money on the table. So he got me to believe what the Jesus teaches, that if the birds don't worry about their food, we're so much greater than them. So yeah, I would always forget. Even now, I would forget. Like everyone that teaches you how to basically awaken, uh, bring intelligence, whatever you want to call it. Stop judging. It's awakening. He's clearly doing that to the whole world. So pay them with love, pay them with karma. You're helping out the whole world, bringing heaven on earth, which is just nature. It's just food. We have resources. We have water. That's heaven on earth. You know, the opposite is the opposite. It's hell on earth, which we've been uh, under. So yeah, always remember to give back to whoever takes you there closer. One of my biggest ones was internalized a huge leap when I learned about Arthur Schopenhauer's philosophy. Because of them, he just basically calls us non-ego people geniuses. And mathematically it's true, because everyone is the opposite. Second one, Will to Joy. Now the podcast Will to Joy taught me about Nietzsche, becoming Übermensch, which was my favorite podcast in title, but it's like Nietzsche was right. uh, the world will is like Jesus says, it's the majority, the 99%, 98% are ruled by their ego, by their stupidity, by the herd, by the worldly. So it's almost like he was confirming his theory, his own theories. Yeah, Nietzsche was one of my best friends ever growing up, with Marcus Aurelius too, one of my biggest. Yeah, a lady who could get these demons out was called Stell. Yeah, I had the first experience with a Muslim woman in Ramadan. She took all of this out by just walking near me, which is why I got really curious about the Quran and Muslims. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing. And then after that, and Stell, she did the same thing, but even more. I think because she's more connected to the Western world, which are part of my demons, I guess. But yeah, she took all of them out. But again, she's also like on the other side. I think I saw her supporting the flag of the false Jews. Again, non-judgment. A girl, a Muse girl that was Muslim, something Muse. She would never miss. She would never miss, and all of her videos. And then as I got closer to her, she also went the other way. She went right wing, which again is mass shootings, the fake Jews, which are all over the Bible. Jesus talks about them all the time. How the fake ones, Jewish, will are basically the devil, the Antichrist. Yeah. But yeah, it would be awesome if you guys could come together and help bring God, law, nature, heaven on earth, food. You know, it's food. I'm reaching the 15 mark, which is my limit set by these guys. I'm not. I don't have enough viewers or subscribers to do more than 15 minutes. Again, fastest way to take over the world is educating your children. They're one with God, and they will have little copies of them all over the world, and taken all over the world, changing the whole world. It's the fastest way. It's the fastest way. Of course, start with yourself. Start learning how to read while you teach your kids how to read, and etc. etc. We go from there.